Hello lovely people and welcome to my humble abode. I'm Dave Keeffe. This is the ABL Reselling channel and we've got some bonus content for you, completely unedited. There'll be lots of lots of pauses no doubt, lots of big red dots on my head from the GoPro because I haven't put my hat on. Anyway, See, I've already lost my train of thought already. This is how bad it gets. This is all the stuff that I cut out in the edit. The reason for me doing this video today, I'm a little bit buzzing about it actually, because unlike most normal people who have a life and friends and stuff, I spent most of my Friday evening going through costume jewellery. On Friday, we're on Saturday now, the 23rd. Yep, the 23rd of April. Yesterday morning, I went over to a regular charity shop that I go to. It's a charity warehouse, do really well from it. And every now and again, probably every third visit over there, go over once a month, I pick a load of costume jewellery up and go through it religiously. I used to do this with Lego, but Lego just drives me crazy. And to be fair, there's not really enough margin in it for me anymore. But costume jewellery is a different kettle of fish. It's a lot more fun to go through. And as I was just about to come on to, every now and again, it surprises you. So what I'm going to do is basically show you what I went through last night. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen the picture that I put up. There was, I think, 3, maybe 4 big plastic tubs of costume jewellery. So anyway, I'm waffling. I'm going to show you what I picked up because I've sorted it. So, right, I'm going to strap the GoPro to my head. Talk amongst yourselves for a second because my straps are all twisted up. This is proper guerrilla filming. This is... Right, you have to excuse all the mess and nastiness around the house. Right, okay, so of all the boxes, I've condensed it down. This is a big box full of actual costume jewellery. And I'm guessing there's maybe, it's feeling like about 5 kilos in there, maybe 6. Now, costume jewellery, there's some quite interesting bits as well in there. I mean, that keyring might even be worth something, but couldn't find any comps or any precedent. I've seen keyrings like this before as well, and I'm pretty sure that they didn't have any just serious value to it. I mean, it looks pretty cool. It looks like it should be worth something, but hey ho. All the costume jewellery I've been selling at a kilo a time for £15, and it doesn't really matter what state it's in or what it is. There's a few bits of vintage stuff in there, but it's a lot of modern as well, beads and necklaces and rings and all sorts. So what I spent, with very few exceptions, what I spent last night doing with this lot is separating it from its bags and packaging and boxes and all that kind of stuff. So it's purely just the costume jewellery. Like I say, £15 a kilo of random costume jewellery bits. And over here I've got an absolute rake of watches. There's a lot of vintage watches in there, branded like Pulsar, Secondus, Citizen, that kind of stuff. Not any kind of significant brands or value, aside from about 3 Rolex watches in there, which I'm pretty confident are moody. So what I've been doing with those, in almost every single instance, all the batteries are dead. I've been bundling those in bundles of between 8 and 30, say, trying to keep it the bundles relevant, whether they be brand or gender, or whether it's just purely costume tat like that, or whether it's something half decent or recognisable like DKNY watches, and like I say, the Seconda and whatnot. There was, bizarrely, in 1972, is it? I've not got my readers on. Anyway, it's a $50 with JFK on it. I've checked the comps on that. It's probably worth about $50. And separately, there's a pile of items that I wanted to spend a bit more time looking at. So the first one is a pair of earrings from Wedgwood. They're in pretty nasty condition on the back, but I think somebody who buys these are going to be buying them for well, for collectible purposes. We're not talking mega bucks on those, but it's certainly worthwhile me selling those separately. The thing that's just dropped on the floor, just knock everything everywhere, Dave, there's a good lad, is this. It probably doesn't pick up on the camera. The stone's quite nice. The brand is Exquisite. Now, I've sold pieces of Exquisite brand costume jewellery before for okay money, like bread and butter stuff. This will probably go for about £15, so worthwhile selling it on its own. What else did I knock down there? Can't remember what's in this box, actually. It was quite a late night. I did actually have half a bottle of wine last night. Probably not very much value in this at all. You can change the bezels on this watch. The brand is Montine. Again, this will probably end up either getting binned or in the costume jewellery box. I don't think there's any massive value in there unless the tab is on it for it being unused, which it isn't. So the battery's going to be dead on that, which will probably mean there's no value. I'm going to do a bit more digging on that anyway, see what I can turn up. Now, these were interesting. Well, they were interesting to me, and like I say, I'm going to research them a bit more. These are 22 carat gold-plated cufflinks, and from the Belfry, allegedly. There's little golfers on them. They look pretty cool as well. Golfing collectibles can sell for strong money, but like I say, don't know the value on them, but they warrant further investigation. And last on the little pile of stuff that I need to do some digging into is another Exquisite brand product. This is an oak leaf. Now, there are some more colourful versions of this exact thing that are listed at the minute. Can't remember off the top of my head what the listing values are. I think, again, it's about £15–20, but again, worth selling separately. And this is the exciting... Oh, no. I'll come on to this little lot in a minute because it's impressed the hell out of me into this box. Again, items that will probably get bundled. I thought this little compact was quite cool, and I think somebody out there will agree with me. It doesn't appear to be branded, but it's ceramic, butterfly design. Looks really cool. That'll sell separately. This will definitely sell separately. Cameo brooch. It's one of the larger ones that I've had just recently as well. I've sold, if I come across smaller cameo brooches, then I will bundle them up into like 3 or 4 and sell them like that. Again, not staggering value. Something of this size will probably go for about 20 quid. When I'm doing the smaller bundles of the smaller cameo brooches and necklace pendants, then not so much, but certainly worth selling separately. Again, can't remember what's in this box. This is an Ainsley pottery brooch. No significant value again, but worthwhile selling separately. Probably a listing value of around about the £12 mark. And the rest of the items in here are a mixture of modern and vintage brooches in the main. There's some really nice pot ones, ceramic brooches, floral. There's a few of that style. Some that are without question vintage and some that are without question modern. So I'll be bundling those up into kind of relevant bundles or similar bundles and selling them like that. So God only knows how many bundles I'll get out of that lot, but there's some really interesting, quirky retro stuff in there. There's a couple of hair sliders as well. I would need to put more effort into researching these because I just don't know. Just don't know them, whether there's a market for them. But again, it's quirky sells. So if I've got a spare 5 minutes to do some more digging on stuff like this, I will do. And this another hair slide appears to be wood and copper. Wood and brass, should I say. So there's that little lot. Right, now on to the interesting stuff. All this is the stuff that I separated on the cushion that is stamped 925 sterling silver. So what I thought might be a little bit of fun for the video is I've got one of my strong magnets that I use to hold up my screen when I'm doing green screen work up in the storeroom. So it's a pretty strong magnet. I don't obviously take it for granted that just because these are stamped up 925 that they are actually silver. But the next step in the testing would be the magnet test. If they are 925 sterling, they won't pick up with a magnet. So here we go. Do 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 do, pass. Do 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 do, pass. I need a little box of these. I'm putting a lot of these. Not too sure on this one. Oh, that's a pass as well. We're doing well so far. Pass. Oh, oh no. That's the first fail. What about the charms? Well, there we go. We have a split decision on that one. Looks like the clasp may be... Right, we'll put that to one side. Next one. At least that's going to be the same. Oh, we've got a bit of resistance there. Okay, we'll put that one to one side as well. It might be the charms on those, or the pendants that are sterling silver and not the chains. Next, that's looking good. Looks like amethyst, those stones on that. So no part of that is magnetised in the box. These interesting looking Art Deco earrings. Obviously, I'm not expecting the glass to be magnetised, but they're stamped 925 nonetheless. Some of this stuff was actually from a modern sterling silver from the likes of Next and things like that. Okay, we've got another pass there. Some nice chunky necklace and bracelet set there. Oh, we've got a fail. Again, that might just be the clasp though, because the body isn't magnetised. Is it the same? I'm assuming this bracelet went with it. Is that going to be the same? Yep. Clasp is definitely magnetisable, but the rest isn't. So they can go in the tray. Some more oldie worldy earrings. Those are stamped up. No reaction from them. Do me a favour, guys. If this is boring, I'm getting my jollies off on this. They're doing this video and picking through all this is great. But do me a favour, just let me know by hitting the thumbs up. If you don't like this video, hit the thumbs down twice just to really show me that you don't like it. Moving swiftly on. Oh, a bit of a reaction there from the chain. But what about the body of the pendant? No reaction. So that can go in the box. This is a really nice Radley pendant and chain. Any reaction? No reaction there. What about the clasp at the end? Yep, little reaction there. Seems to be a bit of consistency there. I mean, I don't profess to be an expert of any description, let alone jewellery, but maybe somebody who's watching this video could let me know if it's quite common for the clasps to be non-precious metal and the rest of the chain to be precious metal. So let me know. What have we got here? No idea on the stone, but that one's stamped up as well. Any reaction from that? No reaction whatsoever. This is, like I say, this is quite a good strong magnet as well. We've seen again, what's that? That's a pendant with some sparkly, probably moody stones. Awful looking, like a christening bracelet. So no reaction on that. Another necklace pendant with a letter A. No reaction on that. We're doing really, really well here. I was expecting some... Apparently, I was told by somebody in the ABL reselling community group that about a decade ago, there used to be an Italian firm that named themselves 925. Very cheeky, but there you go. So I was expecting some of that to be at least that kind of stuff. No reaction there. I think that one came with the other two that look very similar. Okay, what we've got next? Tiny little pendant on this one. Again, reaction off the clasp. So this is leading me to think that the clasp is quite a common thing to use metal clasps. This is a pretty chunky ring actually. No reaction whatsoever off that. And none off that. A little bit of a stone in that, but it looks like bloody plastic, let alone anything else. Good weight to the pendant on this one. No reaction. What about the clasp? No oh, is there a reaction on the clasp? No, not even reaction on the clasp on that one. Groovy, groovy. Oh, what's that? It's like a little angel or something. Butterfly. Oh, no, it's just a. Here's what it is. No reaction on that. Lovely. That is really nice. It looks like too silver to be silver, if that makes sense. Definitely metal. Of course, some of these could be just like sturdy plastic, but the I can move these along to the next stage of the testing. No reaction off that. That looks like a proper vintage ring there. There's a little, like a stone inlaid design to this one. Reaction off the clasp on that one, but not the rest of the chain. And when I'm touching the rest of the chain, there's like no reaction from it whatsoever. It's not even kind of trying to pick it up. No reaction from that one. My word, this is all. Can we get a clear run from all of it? No reaction from that. Couple of vintagey looking rings now. No reaction from that at all. Not even attempting. But this one, no, again, nothing. Couple of those modern looking, or this look very new. These particular ones. Let's put them together. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Not even a reaction off the clasps. I think this one's a bit tangled. Clasp reaction there, but not off the rest of the chain. What about the pendant? Nothing at all. Fantastic. Very happy with that little lot. There's a bit of weight to it. What I did with the last one or two lots of silver that I've got is just sell it as scrap value, really, or scrap or wear, because a lot of the pieces were in pristine order. Some were a little bit bent, the rings and whatnot, so in the description they just put scrap or wear and then pictured them accordingly. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, obviously I'll do some more my due diligence in checking out that they are actually 100% kosher and 100%, as it says on the tin, this 925 silver, so I can move those along to the next step. But also in the bundle were these 3 items here. The first of which that I thought was interesting is, I think this is Islamic Symbology. There's a tag on it. There's no value to this at all because this magnetizes straight away. It's a whole lot of tin kind of thing. But I know that religious paraphernalia sells quite well, so it just interested me. So I think I'll do some more research into that. That might be worthwhile selling on separately, or if any subscribers to the Muslim faith in the who watch these videos, then hit me up if it's still available. I'm happy to stick it in the post to you for the cost of the postage. But excitingly, I put these aside to do more research because they just look really nice. They're sovereign-esque. They're both very, in fact, I think they're identical. They've both got The Queen on one side. I don't think there's a date. Is there a date? I think there should be dates on the sovereigns. I don't know anyway. Not obviously a ring and a necklace. But when I did the magnet test, that's, again, clasp reaction there. Nothing from the rest of the chain, and nothing from the entirety of the pendant on that one. And likewise, no reaction whatsoever from the entirety of the ring. Now, I couldn't find any hallmarks on these, because there is a mark. It's not going to be picking up on the camera. There is a mark on the inside of this ring, but I couldn't make it out. It just looked like the hallmark for like a maker's mark, if you will, rather than a hallmark. But because these are not magnetizable, I'm going to step it up a gear and do some more research. I don't know. I had a sovereign when I was a kid, which I foolishly, or half sovereign maybe, I don't know what they are, to be honest. I'm not really asked either. If they're gold, that's what I'm interested in. I don't know the value of them these days, but they will probably be sold on weight more than anything else anyway. And I know I'm getting a bit giddy and ahead of myself now, but there is some decent weight there for scrap value. Right, this is what it would look like in my other videos if I didn't edit them. Big sweaty red FOD. Right, I thought I'd do this raw, this video raw, just to show you how sad I am. No, I mean, obviously I put a lot of effort into reselling. It's something that I love doing, and stuff like this, I look at it more as a hobby, and it's a hobby that pays my bills, so win-win. Hope you found this interesting. Let me know in the comments. I know there's probably going to be people watching this video that are just shouting at the screen saying, no, you're doing it all wrong, it's rubbish, hogwash, whatever kind of thing. But this is my learning experience as well. So even if you're taking a mickey or anything like that in the comments, I don't mind. I'm a sponge for experience and knowledge, because the more I can hone my skills doing stuff like that, then the more successful I'll be, the more I'll be able to share what I'm doing with other people and make sure they're not making the cock-ups that I make. So hit me up in the comments. If I have hit the nail on the head with this video and you have enjoyed it for whatever reason, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It would be very much appreciated. I'm going to go and get my tea now after that giddiness. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been Dave Keeffe. You've been amazing. See you soon.